Welcome back to Main Street. It's another beautiful day here. We've been talking about the values that our town has and that you can see reflected through its Main Street. What you might not know about Main Street, Franklin, North Carolina, is it's actually home to a lot of nonprofits that serve our town. And today, as we talk about this value of serving, we wanted to highlight one of the nonprofits for you. But just around the corner over here is CareNet's thrift store. And if you've been part of Discover Church for a while, you've heard of CareNet. They're located just off Main Street down here. Also, there's Goshen Timber Frames, which is kind of home to the Serving Spoon. And again, if you've been part of Discover Church for a while, you've heard the name Serving Spoon. It's an organization that we do some work with. We provide meals for. You can hear a little bit more about them today. But there's one nonprofit that I really wanted to highlight today. It's called Macon New Beginnings. And I'd love for you to join me as we catch up a little bit about how they're serving our town as we talk to its president, Bob Burke. Check this out. Hey Bob, thanks for taking the time to meet with us today. Let's start from the top. What can you tell us about Macon New Beginnings? What does it do and how did it start?
Well, first of all, thank you for sitting down and talking with me. Appreciate that. Macon New Beginnings is a 501c3 organization. We started with several individuals that were just passionate about doing something to help the homeless in Macon County. In the past, there had been organizations that had tried to do something, and we participated with what was called the Open Door. The Methodists had an Open Door program going on. And so as that organization started winding down, there was still the need. So we decided that we needed to continue that and then created Macon New Beginnings. And we have 4 programs. The first one is what we call prevention. And that encompasses if a person identifies to us as, hey, I'm about to lose my home, I lost my job, whatever the circumstances are, we try to help them with that circumstance. We're not a hand out, we're a hand up. So we try to help people think of the different things, resources that they may have available out there, their churches, their friends, their family, as well as Macon New Beginnings. The next program is crisis shelter. Particularly in the winter months, we're looking to put people in a place to get them out of the weather. And what we try to do is get them into a place, a nice warm place, we get them some food, and we tell them, okay, you've got to now get moving. If it's a job issue that you have, if it's behavioral issues, whatever, we help them try to resolve that. The next program is our backpack program. If a homeless person presents, a lot of people will say, well, I don't want to give them money, I don't want to give them food, and then the traffic light changes and off they go. So what we give them is an opportunity to give them a backpack. We just had a church donate 22 more backpacks for us. They include personal hygiene items. They include some food. In the wintertime, they'll include some beanies, some gloves, an emergency blanket, just some things to get them by for several days. What we're asking people to do is wherever they travel, whether it's in Macon County, around the state, around the country, take a backpack with you. When somebody says, hey, I need something, hand them a backpack. That'll get them by for the next couple days. The last program is the Serving Spoon. In the Serving Spoon on Thursdays at 6 o'clock at the JC building, Franklin Memorial Park, we offer a free meal, hot meal to anybody. And we serve it to people on napkins, real cloth napkins, and silverware to make people feel at home. And it's a free meal, an opportunity to sit down and talk with people.
That's fantastic. Now, what are some ways that churches like ours can get involved in what you're doing at Macon New Beginnings?
Volunteering time. Right now we have 5 board members. We definitely need more board members, more people involved. We have about 10 active volunteers, so we need more volunteers to help with intake, working with the community, working with the churches and arranging those things. Backpacks programs, like I said, we had one church donate 22 backpacks. The Serving Spoon, people can donate some more meals, join in on the Serving Spoon and help with that. Prayer.
Yeah.
Definitely need a lot of prayer.
Sure. So if you're dreaming big, what is next for Macon New Beginnings?
Interesting you mentioned that. We've been thinking about what's called scaling. What's the next step? We've contemplated a shelter of some sort where we can put some folks up for a number of days. We've had a number of conversations with people who have facilities available. That's a huge undertaking, which means we'd need a lot more volunteers, a lot more funding, and a lot more, for example, grant writers, people to help us write grants and apply for grants. So we're thinking about the next steps, and it would probably be a large step.
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad that you have the freedom to think that big, and I love being part of a town and a main street that comes alongside people who want to serve their town and make a difference. We're glad you're here, Bob, and we're looking forward to partnering with you guys some more in the future.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for your time, sir.